everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Today I'm going to make a really neat recipe. It is a chicken, but it's Moroccan-style chicken with apricots, white rice, potatoes O'Brien. It's cooked with onions and garlic, ginger, some spice, even some peanuts go on the end of it. Some carrots, honey will sweeten it up a little bit, and the rest of these spices is just going to make it pop. So stay tuned, we'll get started, and let's go through the ingredients. The first thing that we need to talk about is the spices. So cinnamon is one of the most important ones, and cumin, salt and pepper, and I'm using paprika, but it's smoked paprika. At the end, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of oregano on top of the chicken, but I just like oregano on my chicken. Season it up with the honey and the peanuts. I've already just put some out. You want to go kind of easy on the peanuts. Most of this stuff you want to go kind of easy on it because all the stuff can be strong if you have too much. The potatoes O'Brien, you need to put them in with the casserole and cook. They come out a whole lot better. Apricots we'll put in with the mix. Let's get started by cutting up our ingredients. The lemon, when we were standing around getting ready for the show here, I just kind of roll it like this a little bit and kind of juice it up. The ginger we should do first because the ginger is frozen. So what I like to do is to cut off a piece of the ginger. And then I want to put the other stuff right back in the refrigerator right away or in the freezer. Keep it frozen. Once it thaws, it kind of turns to mush. And it's a strong spice, so you don't want to use too much of it. And a lot of people, what they like to do is to use a spoon to scrape off. I just use one of my planes. If you have a microplane you want to use, or you just want to use the side of a cheese grater. And then what I can do is take what I've scraped off that I don't want and just throw that in the wastebasket. And you can just grate it. Use the large grater, use the small grater portion. Onion in half, and I'm using one of my big new chopping knives today because we're using such big onions. And these are messy, so I like to cut down both sides to get rid of what I'm not planning on using. So just do some cuts like that. Now because I'm going to fry these up in a pan, I'm not going to cut them up small. I'm doing large cuts on these and leaving them large on purpose. So when you're going to put this in a frying pan, you want your onions to be large like this. Let's do one last one. There you go. That's how they look. The onions need to turn clear. This is really some good garlic that I got. Here is my garlic cutter. Just put them in here like this. Now I don't use my peanuts in here though. I've had these fail and have to get a new one. So I really try just to stick to garlic. But sometimes it can be a little hard to line up. So this is the big casserole dish that we're going to use. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and get some spray spray it up. The onions have been sitting for a few minutes while we were on break. Had to wait for them. Here we go. There is the onions, just like that. Now, a little more olive oil. Time to open up a new case I just got because that bottle is dead. Get that a little bit warm. That's going well now. So, next thing I need to put in here is some salt and pepper. So let's go ahead and hit these onions with some salt and pepper. And while I'm thinking of it, we can throw in our olives because we're using about a half of a cup of olives for this project. It's time to start thinking about these chicken breasts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown them up. So I like to buy these. This happens to be Purdue. I've been real happy with this one here, so this is what I've been sticking with buying. And there's 5 in a bag. We're going to use 4 of them today. Now these are not seasoned. A lot of times you'll see me buying these or using these and they're seasoned already with oil and oregano, basil, things like that. Now this particular one is not. So that is just a plain chicken breast because we have our own seasoning. Just a little words of advice though, if you do buy these packages, cut them long ways when you open them. So a little easier to get the chicken out of the package. There we go. Then this gets washed with bleach and dish soap. And it looks like I got an extra chicken breast because there's only supposed to be 5 and there's 2 left. I got 4 in the pan. So we got a bonus. The counting machine said, please send James an extra one. He deserves it. Now, he's just laying out here like that. Let's go ahead and get some salt and pepper in here. And then I'll take a hand washing break. Go ahead and turn these over. I'm not trying to cook these right now. All I'm doing is browning them up. Okay, let's go ahead and get these out of here. And they're going to go right here in this dish to be thrown into the oven at 350 degrees until they reach 165 ultimately. How long that takes may depend on your oven. So next, I have my potatoes. So here's just a bag of hash brown type potatoes that I picked up. And you gotta be careful now because you got frozen potatoes with oil. Let's do our carrots. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, you don't have to write down this recipe. All the details for what I'm doing are listed. If you'll just hit the subscribe button and then the more button, you'll see all the details of this recipe. Also, if you want, you can go to my website, which is jamestdds.blogspot.com. And also, this is a good time to do our question of the day. So, our question of the day is, do you like carrots? If you like carrots, hit the thumbs up button right now. Everybody, hit that thumbs up button if you like carrots. We're going to see how many people were watching and hit that button and liked carrots. Now, what I like to do is just take my strainer and put these right back in the strainer until I need them. Then I can do my lemon. For my lemon, all I do is just cut off the ends, just like this. Then I cut the lemon in half, just like that. Lay it down. And I'm going to cut these fairly wide. I'm cutting them about 1/2 inch. And you'll notice I'm using my big blade knife because all the fruits and vegetables that you're cutting up on a meal are large. So that's when you want to use one of your larger knives. It works a little better. Here's my big chunks. These are all set. We'll put them in here with the carrots. They can have a party together. Okay, they're good enough. So let's go ahead and get them out of here. I'm going to just kind of draw a line down the center of the pan and just kind of imaginary line. Just think about putting these around the outside. Just like this. First thing I'm going to do is olive oil. Let's get some olive oil in there, just like that. Another bottle dead. Okay, some honey. About 1/4 cup, and honey's good, you could do that. Then we need cinnamon. Cinnamon, about that much. We need some cilantro. You could use fresh. I just bought the tube. It's more convenient for me. And some cumin. And some smoked paprika. We have to put the lemons and the carrots in here. So let's get these. And by the way, I have the stove preheating to 350. And I set my timer to remind me in 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, I'm going to go in and go stick the thermometer in the chicken breast and go see what they look like. I have my ginger, has to go in with my mix. At the end, we're going to do apricots, oregano, and we're going to chop some peanuts with this new fancy chopper that I have. I don't get paid for telling you this, but I really like this, and it's called Slap Chopper. And the man said if you go there and you order it and you use discount code James, he'll give you a discount. Now, I don't get any money for telling you that, but I really love it. I replaced my old one that I had for many years, and I've been bragging about it that I just love it. You know, it's just like my Ninja pans, my Trusted Butcher knives, and then this other one that I just used today is a forged in fire knife. That's a pretty nice one as well. And a Hulu knife. So I like those as well. So let's throw this mix on top and then put it in the oven. Better stir it first. Grab a whisk. Notice I use a mixing bowl that has round edges on it so that I don't leave any powder. It's funny because telling you that is something I learned in 8th grade. in home economics, every once in a while I remember stuff from being trained by everyday cooks, grandma, aunts, my mom, my sisters. My friend David, he taught me how they do stuff in restaurants. If you ever hear me say something about a restaurant, that's where I got it from. Now this is a little hard because this is honey. So I'm just going to pour it very carefully right down the center. One last little thing I want to do with these is the Italian seasoning. I did a show called Carrabba's Italian Seasoning and Oil. That's in the list also. I can put it in the notes. And this is real good on chicken. It's basically everything that you need in Italian seasoning. Just like that. Now, let's get this in the oven, and then we'll take a cleanup break. Well, here we are in the last few seconds. Timer's gonna beep, so let's think about getting our peanuts ready. I just put them in this chopper. Look at that. Isn't that great? What a great idea. I think chopped a little more than I need. Just like that. My oregano. Put more on the plate. Here's the garlic. Just like that. And apricots. Lots of apricots. That is going to be delicious. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching the show as much as I've enjoyed making it. Give you an overhead view of that. It looks real delicious. That is the show for the day. Thanks for watching. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this and you want to see more. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.